and welcome to another episode of the Never Words podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined right now by Tim. Jack is going to be joining us. Summertime, bedtime, it's tough. That's what Jack's dealing with. Still light
Mhm.
out, as you can see. Um, you know, you don't get it. You don't, you see your kids for 20 minutes a day.
Well, that's the court's decision.
That's what?
The court's decision?
Jeez, Tim, you went dark fast there. Uh, you Speaking of kids and our kids, you hosted a home run derby today
That's
between
true.
Johnny, your kid, and Griff. No, Johnny's Jack's kid. Griffin's your kid. And you said Johnny took it home.
Yeah, I really got on a streak there. Um, Round two.
Can
And
I ask you a question?
mhm,
Did you have one ball?
yep.
So was this like all day?
It took a little bit. You know what was upsetting was there was an argument between the two of them
Hmm.
over whether it was a home run or not.
Oh
I
yeah.
wasn't quite sure where Griffin was coming from because Johnny hit it off the neighbor's house.
Yeah, sure. Well, was it foul?
No, no. It might have
Um,
been a too high situation. It was too high.
okay. I like that Griff's trying to pull that out, but I gotta
So
say,
then there
you
was a period of time where nobody was shagging the ball. And I said, Johnny, I'm not getting these.
mhm.
So
Was
then
he
Johnny would
hitting him or
hit
was
it.
he just did he decide I don't want to field it?
What happened?
What did he say I don't want to field this?
Griffin walked away because he didn't like that I called it a home run and said he wasn't
Oh,
playing any. Me
okay.
and Johnny continued, and Johnny hit another one off the neighbor's house, and I said, Johnny, I'm not getting these. So then I
I'm the
had to wait for
pitcher.
Johnny to run from the driveway to the neighbor's yard, get the ball, throw it over my head, then throw it back, try to do like a,
No more
shortstop.
throw.
Well, shortstop, uh, second baseman, like turnaround on a double play.
Okay.
Also went over my head, and I was like, this is just.
He's an excitable kid when it comes to baseball. It's he will just play and play, and if you say you have to run as fast as you can to get the ball you hit, he'll just do it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I remember there were some tears, punches, bent wiffle ball bats at the Cape over home run derbies.
I don't even. I was thinking about it when Johnny was hitting these. Now that bat's made like I don't know what that bat that he uses
The
is.
blitz ball goes further than a wiffle ball.
Okay.
But
If
also,
we
did
were
you?
using that bat at the Cape House, I
Well,
don't even
that would
think they
the
wouldn't even
Cape
have a
House would
Cape House.
that was ridiculous because we were
We were
hitting
hitting
it.
it.
We had to hit it 25 feet
I don't even think it was that far.
to get to the deck at the Cape House was about 25 feet. That was maybe 15. That was
50.
just you just
What
gotta
about
you
when they had
gotta.
the fence in right? They had that fence in their
Oh
backyard.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
That was
and then
6 feet
we
away.
kept doing it when we were just consistently hitting it over the house, and that is just pointless.
Mm. Yeah.
But well, that's good. I'm glad that happened. And most importantly, we should say Johnny took the title home and Griff was a champ about it.
Yep. He took it very well. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, I
Um,
I actually remember once br bending the wiffle ball bat over my knee to therefore now it has a dent in it and you can't use it because I think I lost a home run derby at the Cape.
yeah, you were always a sore loser.
The adults were not thrilled with me
No.
because now I'm like, well, that sucked. They had to go buy a new wiffle ball bat. They probably had to leave the house and go buy a new wiffle ball bat. So, you live and you learn. Uh,
Sure.
so do you want to talk about? Giannis
Hold on.
Antetokounmpo?
One more point about the wiffle ball
Okay, yeah,
or
please.
the home run derby. The trash guys were also picking up in the neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and Johnny, when he hit one of them off the neighbor's house, and the trash man said, "Wow, that's a major league swing that kid has."
There you go.
And Johnny could not, he
Well,
couldn't
that's all
believe
I
it.
need to hear.
Threw him a peace sign, big into
Johnny
peace
threw
sign.
the guy a peace sign, or the guy threw one to
No,
Johnny?
Johnny threw it to him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
He's cool as a cucumber out there. He is just
takes a lot of pitches, though.
oh, he needs his pitch, sure.
I said, listen, Griff went up there, swung 10 times in a row. I could have bowled it to him. He was swinging at it.
Yeah.
I
Free
said, Johnny,
swinger, but line drive hitter.
I was like, Johnny, you have to swing.
Well, Tim, don't rush greatness. Uh, so Tim, the Celtics didn't get Giannis. We can, that's a good
Speaking of
segue.
greatness,
There's no segue there, but the Celtics didn't get Giannis. Um, he went to the Heat, and it was wild. All right, ready? So Giannis and Bobby Portis go to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, that was it. Jaime Jaquez, Khalil Ware, Kasparis Jakacionis, I'm guessing, and a bunch of draft picks. Yesterday they got the 13th pick, or I should put a date on that. Tuesday night in the 2026 draft, they got the 13th overall pick. They get a 2031 first rounder, unprotected, a 2033 unprotected first rounder, a 2030 first round swap, and a 2033 second round pick.
um,
And allegedly the Celtics said you can have Jaylen Brown and two firsts and didn't budge from that.
which I'm okay with
So
because,
yeah, hold on. Let me pull up how the rundown, how I want to talk about this. Did you get the rundown?
yeah,
Why is that? Why did someone change this to a PDF? What are you people doing? Okay, so here's my question for you. That trade happens. Are the Heat better than the Knicks, Celtics, Cavs, Pistons, Pacers with Halliburton coming back? Those are five teams that are
no.
probably better than the Heat.
And before I saw your rundown, but knew we were talking the Giannis trade, I had the same thought. Like, yeah, you're the sixth, you were the what, ninth best team in the East? And now you're the sixth best team in the East without a draft pick for the next 5 years.
No, they have their 27, 28, 29. They pushed it off to be able to build around Giannis in the or
Yeah,
add to
but you're not
Giannis in
gonna.
the
You're not gonna build around Giannis in the 20s.
so that's
You're gonna
but so
trade
yeah.
it.
My question is who is gonna dribble the ball? Who is gonna shoot from the outside with all these moves that you made?
I I honestly would put them like, yeah, they're in the tier with what the Magic and the Raptors. Maybe they're the best out of those three.
All right, let's take a look here. So I am seeing as guards Davion Mitchell, Norm Powell, Drew Smith, Jameer Young, and Trevor Keels. Uh
I don't think that last person plays. I
no,
don't know
maybe
a
he
lot.
doesn't. This is a lot of people. But it's just such a strange thing to build around a guy at the basket in Giannis and then a guy at the basket in mid range in Bam. You're going to be able to block people at the rim, but it's just to give up all that just seems strange when we saw the NBA Finals played by two teams that were a, an effective guy in the middle and shooters.
Mhm. I think they're looking at their track record. They brought in Jimmy Butler, big name superstar, made it to the finals, and
Yeah.
pieced it together along the way. But I think with the way the NBA is now, where you can't I don't understand the second apron, but I know
It's
it
basically
means that if
it's
you
just
get to it,
basically a hard cap.
yeah, you can't pay players. They must be close to it with Bam, and they have to extend Giannis, right?
I'm assuming that's coming in the next couple days. But the thing is you can have two max guys. That's not a problem. It's like Brunson and well, actually Brunson took a little less money. So Giannis is 58 a year. 62 next year is a player option. Yikes. And then Bam is 59 and or 49 and 53, and then a $57 million player option. So those are their two max guys. Tyler Hero
I don't like
was
Tyler
making
Hero.
33 million. They have
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins on their roster making 30 million. So that's the one that is really going to slow them down.
Well, I guess I don't understand it from the Bucks perspective, unless it's true that the Celtics would only give them two first rounders. They got what, four?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that 100%.
But I guess if Giannis says he wants to leave, you have to trade him. But they didn't get Tyler Hero is a third to fourth best player on a championship team.
Tyler Hero would be very good to put next to Bam Adebayo and Giannis. But
Right, as a third
right,
option.
yes. Right. So I want to
So the
stay
Bucks are
on the
just
Heat
hoping
though
that
for
this
a little
doesn't
bit.
work, and then
If
they
if you look at the Knicks, the Cavs, now the Cavs are up in the air. James Harden, who knows what's going on there? Or did they re-sign him? They might have. Uh, I think they traded for him and then gave him an extension. But
no,
I
wasn't
just
it the
see
same? Weren't people making fun of him because it was the same thing that happened in Philly?
oh yeah, he has a player option next year. Um, but you look at that team, it was Mobley, um, blanking on the other big man. Uh, but Mobley and then a bunch of shooters. And obviously that's what the Knicks were,
Is
a
his
bunch of shooters. That's what the Celtics
He
are,
was
a
on the
bunch of
Nets.
shooters. Huh?
I'm trying to think of what that guy's name was.
Jared Allen.
Hmm.
And I just don't see how the Heat are going to stop those teams. Like you're going to have great rim protection, but you're going to get shot off the floor, I feel like.
Hmm.
Just the lack of shooting they have on their team and maybe it's a we got them, now we're going to give them the extension. We get a first round pick this year. I it just I don't think they got significantly better. And there's also the injury history of the past couple years with Giannis. I mean,
Yep.
that's the biggest thing.
They got Nate Ament,
Yeah.
Tennessee forward.
Yeah. So they got him, and I heard a good point today. Someone said when you trade Giannis, you want to get a franchise altering guy back. The Bucks did not get that.
No.
So now's a
And
good,
I think Jaylen Brown would have been good enough to be that guy.
definitely someone you can be like, okay, we have a guy that has a track record. and someone that we know we have to put pieces around. They don't have anyone that they want to put pieces around right now. I mean,
Oh,
Tyler Hero is from Milwaukee. Great.
what is that? Why have I heard that so much in 2 days?
I don't
Who
know. I don't know why
cares where
people
these
think.
people are from?
Do you think someone in, I honestly only know, or is he even from Milwaukee? Maybe might just be from Wisconsin. But do you think someone from up in Wisconsin that's not even from Milwaukee is just gonna be like, "Ah, sick, Tyler's back.
Yeah,
We
Tyler's back
got
in
him.
town. Saw him in high
Homecoming.
school.
The boy's back."
Well, that's
It
like
just,
I saw something today about Cooper Flagg and AJ DeBanza both being
uh
from New England. And I was like, okay, they were born in New England,
yeah. Cooper
immediately
Pl
left as soon as they were good enough.
Cooper Flag took a team in Maine to the state title as a freshman, and then someone was like, "Go to a basketball factory high school in Florida and reclassify," and
Right.
that's what he
And
did.
AJ DeBanza did the same thing. He might have left before. He was probably a freshman when he went to, or a junior when he went to Utah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He played his high
So
school basketball in Utah.
yeah. So Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, AJ Green, Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, should we Ryan Rollins and Gary Trent Jr. Nothing. I mean,
Gary Trent
n-
Jr. I know him. He was a
good.
Cal.
You know his name. Um, but Hero Jaquez Ware and Yakachonis. Uh, Luckily for, I mean, I don't even know. Let me look at this before I even say it. Do the Bucks have their draft pick next year? Their 2027 first round pick. All right. Let's see. Future draft picks. 2027 they own, but it's a pick swap with the Pelicans. All right. The
So
Pelicans
they
will
get this
receive the
swap.
more favorable of its 2027 picks
So no.
and Milwaukee's first round pick in Atlanta's and Atlanta will receive the so I don't even it says they're I don't know. I don't know what this is saying. Looks like it was a pick swap
That
with
the
the Pelicans.
Pelicans get to take the better pick.
Jeez Louise.
I don't I think I'm a bigger believer in not to cross sports here, but the Rams philosophy when they just say fuck those picks.
The thing about the Rams, it's funny you mentioned them. Did you know that the owner of the Browns in a few weeks traded Miles Garrett and Giannis Antetokounmpo because he is the owner of both those teams?
Hmm. You know, when they said the Ursay name, I
No,
was like
Haslam.
Haslam.
Pretty sure
I
Jim Irsay just died.
he died years ago.
No, the Colts owner.
Yeah, he died like 2 years ago
Well, I'm saying
from an
you got it
overdose.
wrong. Andy's dead.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, when they said Haslam,
I was like, I wonder if it's the same owner as the Browns because he's
it
terrible.
is.
And it is.
I think it's weird. Quick tangent time. There's something that's weird about owning different sports teams in different cities. So
At least they're
like,
close.
no, but I'm saying like if Robert Kraft started had bought the Pistons and made some sort of trade that affected the Celtics, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's I guess
I guess it
Milwaukee.
does affect the Cavs in a way.
Well, the Browns thing does, and then the Giannis thing. I guess it's not this. Yeah, it had. Yeah, it doesn't matter about like Packers fans because they don't care. They want the Browns to suck. Um, yeah, it's always just weird to me. Like John Henry
Owning
went
a
to,
foreign soccer team is strange.
well, no, but he owns the Penguins. So he went to the Frozen, whatever, the Winter Classic, and it was Penguins Bruins, and he was there as the Penguins owner in his stadium. And guess what? Doesn't matter. He still got booed. Um,
Oh, that's because they're terrible. Not to, I know we'll probably, when Jack gets on here, talk about the Red Sox, but I
maybe.
watched, was it 2 nights ago?
Oh, the walk-off
The ninth
triple,
inning? Yeah. But
eight straight hits for the Rockies.
the inning before in the eighth, the, I think it was a single to right, and the guy on first overran second,
Yeah,
and they got out of that inning when they shouldn't have got out of it. And I was like, oh, they must win this game. Like I was watching Sox in two. I don't want
yeah.
to plug it, but it was on. And then I watched the ninth inning and I said, huh, guess
They
not.
just kept giving up hits, eight straight. Um,
But
yeah,
you'd
that was
think after
tough.
a play like that, like huge
It's like,
position.
holy shit, they missed their chance.
Yeah.
Whitlock didn't have it. Chapman will come in. Yeah. Anyways, back to the Bucks. They according to basketball or realgm.com, they have 0 picks in 27. And then in 28, they have less favorable pick between themselves and the Blazers. 2029, um, it's another weird pick swap with the Celtics.
What is all these pick swaps from? The
Um,
Lillard trade?
no, so the one with the Celtics in Portland is Drew Holiday. Um, and then
Oh.
the other ones, I don't know. I don't know what
Didn't they
trades.
put a cap on this?
They did something weird where like next year
You can't
someone,
go out a decade with
I
weird pick
forget what the
swaps?
exact rule was, but there was also something where next year someone had a really good pick swap and they can't use it. Maybe it's
Yeah.
the Pelicans. It's one of the not great teams that should be like like I think the Pelicans were rooting for a Giannis trade because they had that pick swap and it might not count now. I don't know. It's weird. But
Yeah,
so
I just eat in general, I just don't think the big superstar being traded has really, it's not like a, I don't think the Heat are going to win. I don't think they'll finish in the top three in the East next year. I don't see
no.
how. They can't shoot and they can't dribble.
They basically moved themselves from a play-in team to a
Six seed.
probably making the top six, maybe, depending on Giannis's health. And then the Bucks have just it's one of those things like you're the Bucks and you don't have Giannis anymore, so you've taken yourself off the table for free agents.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to be in a big market, all that crap. And now you have to hope that you nail a draft pick. So Giannis was like the what? Um,
Was he the
20th
14th
pick
pick
or something?
or 20?
And they took
Curry
him
was the
at
14th.
19 and he grew a ton of inches. He was the 15th. And he filled out to be what he filled out to be and won two MVPs and scored 50 in a clinching game in the NBA finals. You got everything you could hope for out of that pick and more. He turned out to be like an all-time great NBA player. I just now you're basically like we're we stopped building around you and see you later and
Well,
now we're just gonna suck. I don't get
I
that.
think they kept trying to build around him, but they just kept missing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know Dame ruptured his Achilles, but that was never the answer. The stupidest thing they did, and bless them, the Celtics ended up with the championship because of it, is get
Drew
rid of Drew
Holiday.
Holiday.
Yeah.
It was Giannis and Drew Holiday, and you're defensively set and you can fill in around that.
And
You
they
have your
had,
offensive and defensive superstar center, and you have just a guy that makes every right decision, is an absolute bitch to take the ball up against, and then you just trade him away. And then you're a team that you battled with, I think twice in the playoffs, gets them, and then just cruises to a start to finish best team in the league championship.
yeah,
I loved it. So thank you to the Haslams, to the Bucks organization for that move. I don't know. I think we've been lucky as Celtics fans to have Danny Ainge go right into Brad Stevens, where like they just make smart moves. And they don't hit on all of them, but you trade the number one pick to the number three pick and you end up with Jason Tatum. Then you pull off Porzingis and Drew Holiday. It's just, they've been like in contention pretty much since Stevens got here after his like first year, I'd say.
I
There was
would
like
say at least 7 years.
I'd say like maybe a 2 year hiatus after they traded KG and Pierce. And then they
Yeah.
started like being scrappy at least.
But those were the picks. Like that was Jaylen Brown and Tatum in
Jaylen
that
Brown and Tatum
trade.
were because of that trade, right?
Right.
So I guess that's a good segue into the Celtics weren't involved in this trade, and now you have to move on with Jason or Jaylen Brown still on the team. So, do you think here? How should I ask you this? Do you think Jaylen Brown plays for the Celtics again?
Yes. That's me hoping at this point. Because I've seen the other like today all the well maybe they'll pivot to this and none of it's just not worth it. You're the fourth best team in the East, if not the no, you're probably the second best team in the East. Healthy.
Healthy, you let's see.
And I'm only giving
Yeah,
the
the
Knicks the
Knicks,
bump
the
because they
Pacers are a
won.
wild card. The Pistons, who knows? That could have been like a miracle year. You also have to factor in, I think the Pistons and the Celtics both showed that like when 10 teams in the league aren't trying, you can get some really good numbers for your
Hmm.
regular season.
Yep.
So, um, and
Well, guess what, Tom? 10 teams aren't going to try again this year.
right. The thing is Stevens was pretty blunt after they lost to the Sixers. I think
Yeah.
anyone would be that pissed after losing to a shitty team and blowing a 3-1 lead. And he pretty much said, like, we have to have an inside presence. We just have to.
Yeah, I don't think that means trade your second best player, or maybe some would argue your best player for Trey Murphy, who's been putting up points on a shitty team. Like I'm sure Trey
So,
Murphy's a great center. He's
well, he's
not
not even a
Jaylen
center.
Brown.
He's 6'8". He's just or
He's
six
just a
nine.
good rebounder.
He's just a younger, better defensive Jaylen Brown. But Jaylen Brown has shown that he can be a second team all NBA player and a finals MVP. Now, the finals MVP that year didn't go to the guy that led the team in points, assists, and rebounds, but that's neither here nor there. Um, so so two things based off what you said. Jaylen Brown is their second best player. That's a fact. He
I
just
didn't
is.
know if you'd
And
pick
I
up
love
on it.
Jaylen Brown. I've always liked Jaylen Brown. I think he gets a bad rap because his
I don't
handles
know.
aren't elite.
There were 3 years there where he couldn't dribble. Three. Or hit a
But
free throw.
but no, he always hits one.
That makes it worse.
But Jaylen Brown hit a game winning or game tying three against the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jaylen Brown does play good defense, and he's a bull when he wants to get to the rim. I think everyone thinks dump the ball down low once or twice. Get to the line.
Mhm.
If it's three straight games, it was much like the Spurs and the Knicks. If the same thing is happening in every single game here and you're blowing a 3-1 lead, just try something new.
So isn't
And
that coaching then? Is
it
that where we're
is.
going?
It is. And I'm not saying fire Missoula. I think that's an overreaction. I think, oh shit, we need to get
I mean,
Giannis
you want me to
because
come
we
to
blew a
your
3-1
house and
lead.
Taekwondo
Huh?
throw you across that basement?
What?
Do you want him to Taekwondo
Yeah,
throw?
exactly. No, but I think there just needs to be a little philosophy change, a little like, Joe, if things are slipping, let's not let's not do the find the best matchup for Tatum, find the best matchup for Brown, and then have nothing happen out of
I
that.
don't know. Let's not shoot 50 threes a game.
Right. Um, God, I just remember some of those. You're just like, he's open. I don't hate Pritchard open in the corner, but it looks bad
14
when he
seconds left
misses.
on the shot clock.
But I think that's it. In more than replacing Jaylen Brown with a younger, not as good version of himself, help Kata. I mean, Vucevic wasn't it. I will
Mm.
say I am a in Brad we trust type guy, but he did it with was it Mike Muscala, and then he did it with Vucevic. He tried to get size with a little bit of shooting twice, and it did not work out. Was it Remember, he was a big stiff from OKC.
The name
Like
sounds
Mus
familiar, and I feel like did he have long hair? No, I'm
No,
thinking of Luis Scola.
yeah, that was a long time ago. He was good.
Yeah,
Mike
he
Muscala?
was from Houston.
Muscala, yeah, I was right. Big stiff. He has not played since 23-24. So that was just, a miss. But, and you're in the situation now where you're like, where are they going to find that? But that's what you got to do. You have a big trade exception. I don't know if the right move is you lose a bad series in that fashion with Tatum coming off an Achilles, blow it up. I'm not, you know
Blow it
what
up
I
by
don't do?
trading the guy that brought you to 56 wins and
Right.
dragged you into the playoffs.
The, the, um, I just don't care about his Twitch streams. I don't go on, I don't,
I'm not on
I
Twitch.
understand
I don't know where you would find this.
Twitch is just an app.
Is it an app?
Yeah, it's a site. Jack, that's where you and Jack played your college football game that I was commenting I still think we should do that again. I think we should do it on our YouTube channel and get the likes and the
Mhm.
views. I need you mic'd up, but I think we're going to have to go through, since my job is public information officer, I'm going to have to get you like a crash course of here's what we're not going to say. Even if you're having some white Russians or some eggnog,
That was
that's the
eggnog.
problem. It's the nog.
That was the eggnog. So maybe we don't do it in the months of November to February.
When is college football played? Eggnog season.
Well, then I can't make any promises.
uh no, I just think it's funny. I started seeing people list Giannis's playoff appearances and seasons, how they ended and games played after the trade went through, and I started to be like, okay, maybe this was a blessing in the skies that he I was wondering if you're gonna pick that up. That they didn't trade for him. Uh
That's not
okay,
the same, right?
no, it's not the same. Let's take a break. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the draft a little bit. Coming back, Tim, and you said in our break that I never answered the question. And yes, I think Jaylen Brown plays. I think they talk to him. They say this was on the table. We made one offer. We didn't change it. It happens. You've seen it. You've seen guys get traded. See you in October. We're playing basketball.
Maybe they could
Get him what?
get him a new Twitch
I don't think.
glove.
I don't think they have
Or
to get him anything new. I think they can just say people are discussing trades all the time.
he just
So
happens to be in them every year.
it's just this year. Um, okay, the draft was last night, Tim.
Hmm.
Every podcast I listen to, now you know I am not a college guy. Oh, before we
Hold on.
dive into the draft, I did want to talk about some of the moves that were made. Um, let's start with Trae Young. I have never understood Trae Young. I remember being a boy, and I forget when this even was. I think I was in college. I don't really remember. But ESPN having like a Trae Young ticker because he was getting triple doubles a lot in college and being like, this seems ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's exciting what he's doing, and then he it didn't amount to anything. They didn't win the national championships or anything. And then in the NBA, I was like, he had that one playoff run where I think he beat the Knicks in the second round and then got wasted by Giannis in the Eastern Conference semis or finals.
Yeah, but Tom, you're not counting that he can hit one out of seven threes from 35 feet.
Uh, yeah, well now he's hitting one out of three threes from any distance. Um, but he got a 4 year, $212 million deal from the Wizards. I just, I don't understand why the Wizards said that's a good idea. And then there's a player option in there for 49 million.
You got to pay someone.
I guess that's the philosophy. And they're just like, eventually, if Debansa, who they picked first, turns out to be like it, then they can say, oh, we're going to move you, but how are you moving you? No one's going to pay that other than you. It's just, I will never get it.
First of all, you said he hits one out of three threes from, I said 35 feet,
I
like
said
the
one out
deep
of three, so
three.
he's shooting low 30s in from any distance.
Yeah, I was never a huge Trae Young guy. The Hawks are better without him.
Yeah,
Where'd he go? He
instantly
went
they
to
were more.
Oklahoma. I don't remember this uh ticker you're talking about.
Oh, it was just like on SportsCenter and on uh, like you would be watching ESPN and it would be like the NBA, and at the bottom it would be like Trae Young in the first half has 12, but not like the scroll. It was just like a ticker.
Hmm.
It was. Let me see if I can find it in the Wayback Machine. Um,
Yeah, I don't get it. But I do think a lot of it is you have to make salary cap. Like you just have to pay these people, pay guys. It's
Tim, I'm at the point
overrated.
where I think that's the only thing that makes sense.
He's also with the cap going up, you have to I Trae Young is not worth that money.
No,
But
no. It's
so what is
just
it?
it's
40 a year,
I had a
right?
hold on.
30.
So it's 49, 51, 54, 56 is his player option.
But you got to think 4 years from now, Jaylen Brown's going to get what, 63 and Tatum's going to get 70. So is that really,
Yes, it should be half that because he's less than
but
half
it
as good as
is
them.
Trae Young good enough to be the third best player on a,
No.
yeah. I'm just trying to, try,
I
I'm,
see. I don't know what you have like if you're in cahoots with the are you trying to get a Wizards front office job? I don't
well, no,
know.
I'm a union guy. This is more of a players union problem, you
Oh,
know?
Yeah, great. What union are you in right now?
My own.
Exactly. Um,
We're doing pretty good.
yeah. And then the next one was Julius Randle got traded to the Brooklyn Nets.
Who cares?
And, huh?
Who cares? I forget the
Well,
Nets even exist.
right. But I'm more saying that the Wolves traded the guy that they just traded Cat for two
Mm.
years later, for the 28th overall pick and, or no, Julius Randle and the 28 overall pick for the number 33 pick and Mo Guy, and then Nick Claxton also went to Chicago. It's just that was the Wolves saying we couldn't play him, put him on the floor against the Spurs, so we got to move
They
him.
let
This isn't it. He's a ball dominant, hot and cold guy. Uh, that was and then because of that, the Wolves instantly signed Io DeSumo, who had a great playoffs to a 5-year, $112 million deal. And that all those moves led us to now we were at the draft. And as we mentioned, Brockton's own AJ DeBansa, who's lived half his life in Utah. Um, it just sucks. It would be so cool if he came out of Brockton High. I think he went there for a little bit.
I would
Um,
assume.
but he was the funny thing is he went to Utah, went to BYU, and he did not attend Brockton High. He attended middle schools and spent his freshman year in Needham, St. Sebastian School. But he went to Utah, then went to BYU, and was essentially like just like in the minor leagues for the Jazz. Like Danny Ainge was like, "This is what I'm doing," and then they didn't get the number one overall pick, and it was all for nothing. And now he's just going to Washington.
Mm.
Um, every single podcast I listen to, every single um article I read talked nonstop about the first four guys in this draft, and that was AJ DeBansa, Darren Peterson, who went to the Jazz, Cameron Boozer, who went to Memphis, and Caleb Wilson, who went to the Bulls. So it's just one of those things. It's yes, these guys are all going to be awesome, but then you have
I don't think
you're
Peterson is going to be good.
well, that's what I was going to ask. Peterson, um, I would say old school scouts would say they don't like his makeup.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
asked out of a lot of the reports, not even reports. He asked out of games, straight up said he wasn't going to play in one at one point, told the coach, "Yeah, I'm not going." Um,
I think in one game he scored 30 in the first half and then said he wasn't going back in.
that's odd. That's just so strange.
No, it isn't. Not in the NIL, I'm going to be a top five pick world.
I guess
That
so. I
college
guess he was
basketball,
just like, I did what I'm going to do.
like you guys paid me, it must have been north of a million, right?
Oh, yeah. He was
You
probably
guys
making
to go to
bank.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Um, not going to get hurt. I don't care about
No, I already got the money.
Kansas. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the NBA. So,
Yeah.
and there was probably even stuff in his NIL deal. Like, you, you can ask out of 7 games.
Maybe. And he was the number two pick, so it wasn't like he fell to 15, you know?
He was
So
horrendous. I know you don't watch a lot of college basketball. I don't know if you watched him in the Elite Eight.
No, I meant to watch those, and then it got away from me
He
again.
just wasn't good. Like, just
So
missed. And I don't know who Kansas's number two guy was, but that guy looked better.
yeah,
I liked Boozer, $3 million
$3 million. What does that mean?
to go to Kansas for 6 months.
Hey, that's a good deal. I would have done it. I'm
I
wearing my Worcester
agree.
State hat. I wonder what they would give me now.
Yeah.
At least give me like at that time what I was eating. Give me like a Subway card, not like a transit, like eating
I thought
fresh.
you just wanted to get to the other
No,
cafeteria.
no. Give me just I. We had a party at Worcester State once, and I was driving one of the dudes to his car in the morning, and we stopped and saw another baseball player, and we were like, "Hey man, what's up? How's it going?" All this stuff, and he goes, "Ugh, I can't go to the calf today. I gotta go to Subway and eat fresh." And I was like, "They found sand in the food there."
Yeah. No.
I would have done the
Plastic.
same thing, but actually,
Plastic.
no, I was getting
Sand was
driven to
found
my
at
car
Taco
because,
Bell.
huh?
Sand was in Taco Bell. Plastic was
Oh,
in.
right, right. Um, I was actually getting driven to my car. I left my car at the bar, and I don't know how it happened because we went from like one spot to another, and I walked in, and the guy that dropped me off was like, "Yeah, I puked in your car last night." And I was like, "What?" I was
It's
like, "This was our first stop." And he was like, "Yeah, I started early."
well,
But
you can
um,
do that.
and then maybe the Bulls will be frisky. They got Nick Claxton. They got what's his face from North Carolina, Caleb Wilson. Who knows?
Maybe.
But uh,
I don't think any of those teams are going to be good.
you don't think well the Wizards, the
The
I don't
Wizards,
know,
I think, have the best chance to be good.
more than the Jazz? The Jazz started off really good, and then Danny Ainge said, "Hey, guys, we've
When's
been
it? Yeah,
grooming
isn't
AJ DeBanza for 4 years.
you don't
Can you
think that
stop?"
who's the coach? He was the assistant coach for the Celtics.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But when are they just going to let him coach a full year? Like this is it now that they have
Will
um
Hardy. Well, maybe this is it.
Aaron
They were
Peterson?
going. They were trying to get DeBanza. I mean, they groomed the kid, and
Do you
um,
keep saying that for a certain reason?
well,
Are you making
I
any
think
insinuations?
no. Is he Mormon?
I, I don't
I
know.
don't know. Hey man, I saw Book of Mormon. Just listen to History That Doesn't Suck on the Mormon Trail.
You listen to HTTS?
HTDS.
Yeah, double T.
Yeah. Today I was actually listening to one you told me about where the South would have never had a chance, even though they lost the Revolutionary or the Civil War, because Robert E. Lee had to hide behind a log for an entire day during the Spanish American War.
Yeah,
And I was like, was this exaggerated a little?
doubtful.
Yeah,
That's where the
HTDS.
Mexican army got their water, Tom.
Yeah, HTDS. I listen to it every day when I'm walking around the campus on my lunch break.
Yeah, he does a good job.
But then I have
You
to,
skip around?
no, I've been listening long enough that I'm on episode like 36.
Oh, I don't remember a lot of the Mormon action yet.
Oh, the Mormon stuff was right before the Spanish American War because
Mm.
they went west. 49ers, Tim?
We're talking about football now.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Uh, so one other thing. Shouts out to your boy uh Ibuka Okori.
Didn't even
And
try
here's
to.
why, Tim.
Yeah.
Huh?
Nope. Go. Keep going.
First New Hampshire native ever picked in the first round. Only the
Yep.
second New Hampshire native ever picked in the draft. Obviously, Concord's Matt Bonner was the first. Um, Spur,
Is he
red hair.
Duncan Robinson from New Hampshire?
No, he's from Maine. Um,
That's-
Matt Bonner is a Spur with red hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask Kate about Matt Bonner. Allie's like, oh yeah, the Bonners, like
They know each
they're
other.
celebrities. Um, but then a funny thing happened to him. He got traded right away. I want to get this right. I keep getting his. Oh, Corey. So he got traded instantly on draft night in a basically like um was he got picked for someone else. I think it was Memphis.
Wait, that was um the New Hampshire guy that said I'm going to the Lakers?
I don't know. He went to Stanford and then got so he got picked um by OKC. Then he was traded to Memphis. So basically picked for Memphis. And then Memphis traded him to Detroit. So Memphis was like, OKC, pick this guy for us. We'll give you picks. And then we're going to instantly send him to Detroit. So
Mm,
he got picked and traded twice on draft night. But hey, MUR, they were pumped.
they were pumped this morning.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be? Second guy ever, first round pick. And then the Celtics picked a forward from Houston, and the Globe had an article about him. And they were basically like, he's 19 and he has upside.
No
And
shit.
this is what happens when you're really good and you pick 28th, 27th.
He's 19
That's
and has
we were
upside.
gonna
First
we were
round
going
draft pick.
to we were initially I said, hey, maybe if Jaylen Brown gets traded, we definitely have to go record tomorrow last night. Then I was like, what are we doing? It's gonna be like the Celtics won't even have drafted. So if we recorded last night, they something could happen and we could be done. So I wanted to wait, and I'm glad we did. That would have been this isn't Mac Jones and Will Campbell going third or fourth, and um, that's an easy pick and it's a franchise altering situation. But I don't know. It just one of those things where it's like, is this
I
Jordan
saw a
Walsh where
picture
he's
of
going to
Mac
show?
Jones. He has
Huh?
a Jerry curl now.
Did I say Mac Jones? I meant Drake May.
You said Mac Jones because you always want him to stay the quarterback. I'm talking about the actual Mac Jones. Has a
No,
Jerry
I
curl.
saw something that said everybody check on Mac Jones. Does he have funny hair?
Yeah, he has a Jerry curl.
Uh, oh yeah, yeah, it's pretty slicked. Hey, you got to cover up the fact that you play NFL quarterback and you can't throw the ball on a straight line for 7 yards. All right, we did, I think, a good job talking basketball there. I actually didn't think it was going to last us an hour, but it did. So this was just a fun thing I wanted to do because none of us had an I was wrong. One of us should have made a prediction on the Giannis trade, so we could have done the I was wrong. Great numbers on that, by the way.
It was probably when I said I was right about the AJ Brown part,
Oh, I
not so much
totally
you.
cut that out. Um,
Are you kidding?
I I was I did that. I was wrong about Cat. Tim. Oh yeah, the day of the New York Knicks' first victory parade in 53 years. Let me put Tim saying, "Oh, I knew the Patriots were going to get AJ Brown," instead of me saying I was wrong about Cat.
Did you get
Numbers,
a lot of New
Tim.
York followers that day?
Followers, none. Views, It did four digits. Okay. It's the first time we've done four digits on any of our stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Do you feel better? Do you feel dumb? You should. No, the little fun thing I want to do, and Jack's not here, so oh well. Um, you're going to a ball game, Tim. Set the scene. Saturday night game. I want to know, and now this is a
What sport
baseball
is
game.
this?
This is
Baseball?
baseball. So it's a night. You're wearing a t-shirt. You're
Yeah.
wearing your cargo shorts. You're wearing your above the ankle but not crew socks, white. Um, you're comfortable. What's your ideal meal situation for this game? And now I want to say,
I'm sitting in the
I
outfield.
tell you, let's meet up pregame 5:30. Game first pitch is 7:10.
Oh, we're eating before we go in.
Nope. I'm
I'm
not
eating in the
necessarily saying
stadium.
we're sitting down or we're not. I'm not saying we're getting a meal. I'm saying I
Okay.
want to meet you 7:10 or no, at 5:30 for a 7:10 first pitch.
What am I doing?
Yeah, what's your ideal way to go about eating food the rest of that game, that night,
Uh, I'd
and
probably
drink?
go a couple drinks before we get in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big street meat guy,
Sure.
so
You're gonna hit the
maybe
sausage
on
man.
the walk from the bar to the game,
Mm-hmm.
I'd get a sausage.
Okay.
I'm not a big like the peppers and
The
onions. I
bomb.
like it.
You're not a bomb guy. You want your meat covered in something, but not that. What? So are you going? Are
I'm a
you a
big
mustard guy?
I like a hot dog with sauerkraut and mustard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So what about your sausage? Because you said you were getting a sausage.
Well, then I thought about hot dogs and I'd rather a hot dog.
Okay. So you're getting a street meat
I
hot
just
dog,
yeah,
kraut. Okay.
mustard.
Whose side were you on in World War II? Um, so okay, you're getting a hot dog and you're getting that. Now we've entered the stadium. Do you want to see that our seat exists, or do we want to bring drinks to the seats?
You're bringing drinks. You know your seat's there.
Yeah.
What does that even has that happened to you?
No, but it's like when people have to see their gate at the airport and then they go get food. It's like I want
That
to
makes
find
a
our
little
gate.
more sense if you've never been to the airport, I guess.
But like your gate, you're saying your gate doesn't exist. You can't just like stop and go get that coffee.
I guess that would depend on how early you are to that flight.
Okay. Well, it's not you showing up 30 minutes before a flight with five kids.
Um, and then in the during the game, I do like peanuts. I'm probably not gonna get more food
Oh,
because I'm waiting for that buzzed level post walkout when everything's good. If there's a
so
steak tip sub being sold somewhere on that
oh,
side of the
see,
street, I'm getting
I,
two of them.
okay, okay. So you're not getting ballpark food. You're getting street meat,
Yeah.
ballpark vicinity food.
Yeah, I think so.
That's interesting to me. So
Well, I'm
I
gonna
would
pay
say,
$45 for chicken tenders and French fries.
hey, Tim, I'm just
I
asking what
haven't
your
been to
favorite.
Fenway since me and you went to Fenway, and so I don't know if the food game has changed.
Um, we
Tell you
did
what, we
find a
did that
Tullamore
night.
Dew stand.
Never got that pizza for Kate.
Nope. Hopefully Kate doesn't listen to this episode. Um, I was up so early with you, and I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, I had to get
Um,
back in the trash truck the next day. It was terrible.
but I, so we're
Why did
meeting
you
at
go to a
5:30.
midweek baseball game?
Tim, I had season tickets. You got to use
Oh,
them.
yeah,
No,
somebody has to sit
normally
there. Somebody has
everyone
to
else
sit
I
there.
went with, it didn't go like that.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
And no, that wasn't midweek. That was a Sunday. That was a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, right. Brian Johnson threw the fastest game in MLB history.
Yes,
I
it
blame
was
him.
Brian. Um,
I blame
yes, I
him,
forgot
honestly.
about that. It was his fault. If that was a normal game, We would have
We would
been
have
like,
been
all right, I'm
sober.
pretty tired. I'm hot.
Yep.
Um, so we're meeting at 5:30. I am also having a pop or two,
Hmm.
but I'm looking, where are we? What's their fried pickle situation?
Yeah.
Something like that. You have a bucket of fries? You have a bucket of fries? Something like
You're
that.
throwing it around. Yeah. Okay.
Then I'm getting in the game just like you, bringing drinks to the seat. Then about second inning, I'm like, okay, it's dinner time. Two dogs. And listen, I don't care what anyone says about this. Those dogs are going to have ketchup and spicy brown mustard on it.
Okay. I thought you were going to put the two dogs in one bun.
No, no, no. That's for a different occasion. Um, but no, my thing is, listen, if you're one of these people who gets aggressive about someone putting ketchup on a hot
Oh,
dog,
get out of here. Get out of my house.
I'm sorry that your childhood was so bad. It's
It's not
not
my
my
fault.
fault. It's not our fault. You know what?
They
We
probably had
like,
hunts.
that's probably why. They didn't have a Heinz house. They definitely didn't have a Market Basket extra thick house.
Oh,
That's
is that
what
what you
we,
guys use?
no, we actually I just get it from Trader Joe's now. Um, but if I'm in Market Basket and we're low, it's extra thick. You don't want soupy,
No, I'll tell you right now, there's certain things I don't brand change on.
and
Tuna
ketchup's
fish,
one.
mayonnaise, ketchup. I think that's my entire.
I get Bumblebee tuna and Hellman's mayonnaise.
Can I tell you one time I bought, and the listeners, take this as a cautionary tale. I bought all day tuna. It was 99 cents. And it just said light tuna. And I didn't think anything of it. I pushed it down the can and it became paper thin. And I said, oh, this isn't going to be enough tuna. And then I took the cover off and it was so gross in there. And I ate it for the whole week. Bought
Why?
six
How
cans.
did you eat that much for the
I
whole
bought
week?
6 cans.
And you ate all six?
Yeah,
Oh, one a day. That's too much
one a day. That
mercury,
was
Tim.
my, huh?
Don't you listen to RFK? That's too much mercury.
Oh, I don't know. I can't imagine all day tuna has mercury. They'd probably take it out.
Well, it's probably not even tuna. Anyways, um, then I'm eating those. Then about sixth inning, I'm feeling frisky.
Hmm.
Where's that helmet with the soft serve?
Really?
Oh yeah. You know me, I got a sweet tooth.
Yeah, just
And then I'm eating that. I'm having a good time. I saw someone that um I didn't know them personally. I saw it on like Instagram or something that they had a shelf built and they put every helmet that they've eaten ice cream out of at a baseball stadium. And I
oh,
said,
is this like a thing?
I don't know, but I was thinking I got a lot of empty wall space down here in this basement.
In only
Sounds like a,
one baseball
huh?
stadium for you.
That's the fun of it.
Oh,
Actually, I got no Northeast Delta Dental Stadium 20 minutes away.
when are we going there? That's soon, right?
We'll talk about it. Uh, yeah, and
Oh, you
then,
don't want you don't want
post
fans
game,
to come.
post game. Now, this isn't like totally prevalent around Boston area, but I bet it can be managed just in my head right now. I'd love a single slice of pepperoni.
Mhm.
Now, Sal's is so big.
It's too big.
I'd try and find it somewhere else, and that's a perfect capper.
You could, I don't know. Again, haven't been to Fenway in almost a decade,
Papa
but
Gino's that's what you're missing.
I don't think Papagino's is open that late.
Yeah, you're
I'll tell you
probably
what,
right.
that pizza place we went to was closed that night. Trying to
Mm.
Kate that pizza. 4 o'clock in the
I
afternoon.
um
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I I missed a couple opportunities that day, um, that we just don't have to get into. But all right, Tim, I think we've talked long enough. I will talk to you some other time. Sorry, Jack. We're done
That
recording.
Jack must have been a tough one.
All right. Bye, Tim.
Bye.